Hey everybody, welcome to the Jen Lowry Writes channel. All right, if you're joining here on Twitch or YouTube, I want to say welcome. And today's plan, okay, I say this is the plan, I've written it down in the comments to try to hold myself to this one, is a 17-minute writing sprint. I am working on editing my rewrite. I'm doing a rewrite of a middle grades horror comedy called Bad to the Bone, and I'm in my last chapter. And I would love to finish it up today. It may take a couple of rounds of sprints for me to do it, but I am here and ready to go. So have no supper responsibilities until later. I'm having a writing group later with my WWJs, but for right now, I'd love to get this book done. So before we get started, I just want to encourage all of you that when you're out on AuthorTube or any type of social media, or if you're holding an author's book in your hand, it's great to have models. It's great to look up to different authors and research how they're running their platforms and what they're up to, and just, staying informed with the pulse of the writing community. But I want to ask you to please don't get yourself in the trap of comparing yourself to other authors and then saying, well, am I the imposter then? Am I not? Is this not going to happen for me? I'll never be like that. Be you. Each day, do something new. Explore, research, investigate, work on your craft, learn. But be careful with comparisons, because those can really take you down some paths where it can mess up your mental well-being, and it might also affect your writing. So, oh, hey baby, you come on in. I guess not. One of my littles. So I do want to encourage you not to play a comparison game. But at the same time, learn to be able to celebrate other authors and their successes, and to be able to promote them and uplift them in prayer and with sharing support and purchasing support and review support. But then at the end of the day, be proud of what you've accomplished as an author for that day. And so that's where I'm going to challenge you this week to not only just do one thing, just one thing a day. Like for today, I show people how to use a Google form. That counts as a one thing. I had a blog post released today off of my blog. That's a thing, but you may have 20 things. And if you got 20 things in, congratulations. If you got one thing in, I'm so happy for you. And if this is your one thing watching AuthorTube, then you need to celebrate that you're in AuthorTube and you're getting fed in the spirit and you're working on your craft. And I think we don't celebrate even these small things enough. So I say celebrate them, and grab your journal. You should have a journal beside you, a piece of paper, get a digital journal together on Google Slides, and talk about some reflections of this week, and talk about some of the things that you've done, because I bet you forgot what they were because you're so busy. And if you write them down, that might be a place where you can say, oh, look at that. I even forgot I learned that. I forgot I started Twitch just on Sunday. And look at what's happened this past week. I've learned how to make thumbnails. I've got my channel all set up. I know how to run this whole studio. And I have comments. Hey, I'm so proud of myself because this is something I've always wanted to do. And I'm learning how to dual stream. And I'm excited. And I'm being productive at the same time. I'm almost finished my middle grade rewrite. I went from 2,000 words to 17,000 words. And now I'm at 19,000 words. And I could hit that 20,000 just in a few minutes if I would stop telling you to stop comparing yourself and start actually writing. Okay, I'm using my phone here. This is my timer to set us up for our 17-minute writing sprint. So whatever it is that you're working on, whether you're drawing, illustrating, working on something on Canva to promote your author life, creating thumbnails or images. If you're working on your book cover, whatever it is, we've got 17 minutes of sustained time. And I've got my Google Doc that I've got to go and pull up. Before I hit it, while I've done my rewrites, I've added it into Google Docs. I have not even pulled it up today. And I have made a Jamboard. I love my Jamboard. Let me go and get it. And I'm going to have one last look on my Bad to the Bone book. I'm so excited. I'm on chapter 17. Okay. Yesterday, I was at 19,408 words. On my Jamboard, I've got all these little sticky notes going all the way across for each chapter, and it tells me what that plot and what that color is for the chapter. So this is my tie-up, close-up chapter. It's probably, yesterday I was at one of those instrumental chapters, and it actually took me 2 rounds to get through it. So it may take me that for this final chapter. Or might have more chapters. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I am going to honor the page. And I am scrolling all the way down my Google Doc. I like working in Google Docs for my edits. I will eventually pull up my Microsoft Word document. That is my template. And I will copy paste into there. But for edits and rounds, I like to use Google Docs. And I use this with my beta readers. So my beta readers have already had 1 round of Bad to the Bone. Now I'm in it again. And that's what I love planning long term. And so I was watching like bunches and bunches of AuthorTube last year about rapid releases. And I was doing that. And I was investing a lot of time and energy and using business money, putting everything in and doing rapid releases every month. Well, this year, I started it off the same way. January, February, March had releases. Well, now that Sweet Potato Jones, that is my traditionally published book, it is coming out in August. I have to bring it all in and I have to say no more. I told my writing group, hold me accountable. Don't let me hit submit. This gives me plenty of time to work on projects, do a bunch of editing and rewrite, to get an editor and do all of that fun stuff that goes along with the books. Just don't let me hit publish. And so Bad to the Bone is actually not going to be published until March of 2021 if it does not get picked up by a traditional publisher. So I've been querying it out and I have an agent with it right now. So they have the beginning pages of the book. If they ask for more, they're going to get this rewrite because I have worked extensively on it. Love this, how it's reshaped. It's all meant to be this way. And I'm just really pleased how, it's all coming together with these new strategies that I'm trying. So, hey, good to have you here. I just popped over. Oh, okay. Oh, Lost. So, what genre is it and what target audience is it? I would love to know. Like, MG is my favorite. I love middle grades. I mean, I write children's books, picture books. I love middle grades, young adult, new adult. But there's something about middle grades for me that I have found to be like my favorite little place to write in. So I'm getting ready to set that timer, Alley Cat, and we're going to get going. And I won't be able to see the comments because I'm going to pull over. I'm not dual monitoring it, but I'll come back and read comments. Okay, 17 minutes. start. Let's go. Okay, first round is done. So we now get to catch back up and take a break, and let's see how your 17 minutes went and whatever creative project you were working on. I know while I'm typing, I'm also researching. So I'm popping in over to Google and I'm looking up synonyms and I'm finding perfect word choice while I'm going. So that was one of the things that I was doing in my editing phase, just making sure that I had the proper words that I needed to say for my middle grades. But I don't like to feel as if when I'm writing for middle grades that I cannot reach with vocabulary. I always push that envelope with the vocabulary conversation because I do believe that challenging not only young adults, of course, but challenging early readers and middle grade students with advanced vocabulary gives them a safe place to be able to learn and explore, develop context clues. And with smartphones, many middle graders, I mean, I can't tell you a middle schooler that doesn't have a phone, they can quickly learn like strategies on how to quick pull up words really fast. They can Google them and keep going, and it will push their vocabulary further. So I'm always looking for synonyms, but I don't like pick ridiculous ones that are not like the tier words that they would see most, found in print kind of thing. But I do like to spice it up a little bit in the vocabulary. So that's what I was working on with this rewrite. I love the rewrite. The rewrite experience has been new for me in my editing. Usually with edits for me, I'll just okay, I'll write the book and of course I'll go back and then I'll start fresh and I'll just read and then I'll do Grammarly, I'll do Pro Writing Aid. Those are my two favorite tools. I'll use both of them, then I'll go back in again and I'll reread and I'll edit some more and I'll have beta readers. At the beginning, they read with me as I type. But then I also have beta readers to read the final products. And then if there's anything else, any kind of holes or questions that I've left unanswered, I'll go back again and I'll do just from front to back. This time I started with a blank page and I rewrote the story. And I am absolutely amazed at not only the progress that I could make in these writing sprints, because I could knock out a good chapter or at least get almost a chapter in. So it's been a good month and I've been working hard and in this edit and I love it. So a chapter a day. I wrote 2 chapters yesterday with the sprints. I did 3 sprints, did 2 chapters yesterday. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do my word count now. And I'm going to see how much I got in that 17 minutes, including the research that I was doing on Google. Let's see. And I got 749 words. Pretty good. So then that lets me know I'm halfway there. They're solving this final problem, and then I do want to write an epilogue from Furious Fiction. I'm going to take those Furious Fiction prompts, and it was about a game, and the words had to start with a J, and you had to say missed a boat. Well, I don't necessarily have to do missed a boat, but as soon as I saw that game prompt, I knew that I could do a really fun epilogue to explain the sport that my Frankenstein monster plays. Because I mentioned the sport, they're at tryouts, but they never get to see the field because they're up trying to sneak into the school. So I actually cheat my reader, of that. So I'm in the epilogue, I can at least tell them a part of that sport. And awesome, what were y'all cooking for dinner? We're having soup and sandwiches later. My kids love soup and sandwich night. We do grilled cheese and grilled ham and cheese. We supported local business today and we did a reverse. We had a big lunch. And so I had a gigantic burger for lunch. And then I was okay, I don't even know if I can have soup and sandwich later. But if we have a big lunch like that, then we go for a light one. Oh, meatloaf, that's on our list for this week. We use this meatloaf recipe. What is his name? Oh my God. He's like Cowboy Kent Rollins. I'm going to put his YouTube channel in the chat. And he's the one that I do the meatloaf recipe. It's like a spicy meatloaf. Love it. My kids love that meatloaf. So, well, I'm glad that you joined me back. So you're working on Lost, and when you say you might work on some projects on the side, trust me, I know what that's like because I'm working on multiple things. Like I said, I did Furious Fiction this weekend, writing blogs, I'm promoting, I'm trying to get everything ready for Sweet Potatoes release in August, and planning the writing the writing conference that we have on August the 22nd. So it is a very busy time. But even though it is a busy time, I'm not going to allow the stress to take over because I'm going to do like chunk my day and do small things each day to help me get to my goal. And so that's why I'm a little bit more organized than I usually am because I have a lot of things going on. And so I'm doing a digital journal, I'm doing digital calendars. I've got my journal here beside me. If I have to capture things here and I'm away from the computer, and I'm really just, seeing a lot of productivity with the writing sprints. So I'm going to get back to the writing sprint and I'm going to do another 17-minute round. And here we go. Got my 17 minutes. Get going. Get started. Oh, hey, I'm here. I'm going over and I'm researching. I'm in my 17 minutes. I'm glad you're here with me. We have 11 minutes of this writing sprint. So get to writing and we'll talk at the end. Oh, yeah, we're writing now. Go. I jump over to do research and then I happen to come by StreamYard. We're in 4 minutes left. So I'm going to be typing for 4 more minutes. There it is. Here we go. I am back. So, oh, you did have time to spare. You jumped in. Yeah. Okay. I'm going back to look at the comments now. Um, I just learned about writing sprints within like the last 2 weeks. I don't know if you guys have ever participated in NaNoWriMo, and it's going to be coming up. You can go and Google it and check it out and become a part of that writing community if that's something that you're interested in. But I have two writing friends who are all about the sprints. And they keep talking to me about it. And I'm like, I got to research this stuff. Anytime somebody, plants that idea, they start talking, I'm like, got to learn it. Never heard of it before. What is a write-in? What does this look like? And it's a technique where you take a timer, you set it for however many minutes. Seven's my lucky number. That's just too short. So I'm doing 17-minute sprints. And during that time, you try your best to limit any kind of distractions that you might have. And that is one thing with writers. My phone, I know you guys could hear it dinging away. I ordered groceries from Food Line to Go, and I'm constantly getting replacements in the middle. And my groceries were not supposed to be ready until 8, but they started shopping earlier. I'm not complaining, but it's stuff like that. Like, we can either have focused, sustained time, which means that can help with our productivity, our word counts, our goals for the day, or we can let everything else going online, social media, everything distract us. So I think the writing sprints are a perfect way for us to gather as a writing community and work on whatever projects that we have going on, whatever type of creative project that you're doing. And just know that you've got other people out there, striving for their goals too. I think it's just this great way to motivate. So talking about the waterfall, yeah, that's a fantasy story waiting to happen. Okay. So I can see that being extended out as a setting and you just starting to write of what happens on this family trip and how it went one way, but it went somewhere else. And the waterfall could have magical properties, or you could step behind the waterfall. That's one of the scenes in The Fae. That's what it reminded me. I'm doing 2 middle grade fiction books right now. I'm writing middle grade fantasy. I've already completed it. It's 27,000. And then I've got this one, which is my middle grade horror comedy, and I'm close to this 20,000 right now. So I would say building yourself around writing communities is a good way to actually get the support that you might need, no matter what it is that, what you're writing or you're working on. Yeah. Now, my husband's the big sci-fi person. Oh my gosh, we watched the best movie though the other night. I have never seen it. It was Stargate. And my husband was like, "You haven't seen Stargate?" And he's like, and we've got Stargate. And I absolutely love that one. So I will say I did watch sci-fi within the last week. Have you guys seen Stargate? It was so good. Um, I loved the writing of that. Even though it was, yeah, I'm sure. I wish I knew the history of that. It would be really cool if I did. I just know that I love The Hobbit. And I know that I love contemporary fantasy. I love Harry Potter. Um, yeah, yeah, I love it. But I know that for me, like finding your genre and then working within that can bring you some of the greatest joys of writing. And I love writing, like, I love horror movies. I love writing horror. I wrote a teenage exorcist book last year. So I would, really say if you like sci fi, if you like fantasy, you know, not only should you be, reading in that area, but go ahead and definitely make sure that you're starting to write in that as well. So, all right, guys, our hour is about up. And I like to do the sprints for an hour. I got 2 rounds of sprints, and I'm just so thankful that you guys shared this time with me. And I just want to say God bless. and happy writing. If you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, I'm here on Twitch and I'm here on YouTube. I'm dual streaming for a purpose, and I'm setting up a wonderful writing conference. So, guys, this is a free writing conference, and I'm going to encourage you to go over to Eventbrite. It's the Writing Warriors for Jesus Writing Conference, where we're going to have HarperCollins Publishing, literary agent. We're having best-selling authors, and they're just going to get to talk with us about writing all day. I cannot wait. So I'm learning StreamYard, and they've sponsored us for the event. And so I'm learning how to do the banners and try to read the comments at the same time. And oh, am I going to share something that I wrote? So I'm in the middle. An agent actually has Bad to the Bone right now. I would love to. I'm running out of I have 3 minutes left of my 1 hour. And I will definitely read some little excerpts for you guys. I can show you, like, what would be really cool if I showed you like the first chapter, the first lines, and then show you how with the rewrites, just going over it and over it again, it has made itself into this just new, beautiful, structured thing. That's the beauty of walking away. And so for the last 2 minutes, I just want to tell you, like, I wrote Bad to the Bone, and it was supposed to be an early reader. So think about Magic Tree House for the kids, quick 10 chapters, early reader book. And I had it at 2,000 words. Well, then the story just kept playing around in my head, and I was like, this is an important story. It can go further. I can do a lot more with this. So I extended it out to 17,000 words. And I can jump over and look at my word count. So that lets you know the first chapter does not look anything like what it does. I'm at 20,830 on this rewrite. And I learned this strategy from Kate DiCamillo, who's my favorite author. She gave us a challenge on one of her little writing tip ones that Candlewick Press was putting out. And she was like, write your story, walk away, let it sit there for 2 weeks, come back, and then rewrite your story without reading it. And I was like, that is crazy. There's no way I can do that. Well, the more I thought about that idea, I was like, there's a challenge in there somewhere. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try, and then I'm going to compare them and see what this looks like. And sure enough, the productivity with the writing sprints has really helped me stay focused, to stay on task, and actually get this done in a good time. But the end result, like, it's a book I wanted to hug Ghoul School to begin with. And I went through edits with Ghoul School. But now with this book, Bad to the Bone, I just want to, like, hug it and share it all out with the world. And I can't wait, even though it's going to be published 2021. Just super excited about the changes. It has just been, like, phenomenal. So my hour is up, and now it's family time for me, and my groceries are going to be here earlier than I thought, which is not a bad thing. You could hear all the replacements, so now I'm going to have to go and try to find another place to shop and get more groceries that they didn't have. So writing life is never done. I've got a writing meeting tonight at 7, and then I don't think I'm going to do another writing sprint tonight. I think it's going to be family time tonight. I am hooked on The Mentalist. I don't know if you guys have seen that show. It's on Amazon Prime, but I'm telling you, I probably will watch a couple of episodes of that. And then last week of school, and then we're closing out the school year. So I will really have a lot of time on my hands to be able to write. I've been really busy with our online learning. I teach high school, so it has been, I'm still streaming, but I'm almost finished, baby. So I teach high school, so we have, we're 1 week away from graduation. And so just ready for the summertime, because that's when I'm really going to get a lot of sustained writing. So follow the channel. I'm so glad you guys are here. And just God bless you. I'll be praying for you. I hope that you're very productive in your writing and you continue at it. And if you didn't hear the beginning of this, it was all about don't compare yourself to other authors. I gave yourself a pep talk right before I started. And just do you and just embrace the celebrations of each day that the Lord has given us and just go after your writing with a passion, put the good use. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.